it is. There's Joel Hubbard next up in the left lane. 602 is the dial for Joel. Robert Toll in the right, dial 559 into Vega. This is Door Car and ATI Performance Products, round number 3. Only a thou separates them at the starting line. Right lane, Toll, 18, take 23 to be 15 thou above, 33 total. Hubbard is 17, but goes 39 thou over to come up a couple of huns short at the stripe. Tommy Plott next up in the left lane, 525 is the dial on the Mustang. Nasty Nick Hastings in the right. And that Pontiac T1000 dialed 610. 8,500's head start going to Nick Hastings. Three thou separate them. Nasty Nick out first. Here comes Plott. Nick Hastings on the double breakout win. 21. 2 thou under. Gets by Tommy Plott's 24 and 9 thou under. Plott takes 4 thou at the stripe, but needed to be a little more than 3 behind at the finish line. Matt Reese, left lane, 627 is the dial. Anthony Fetch in the right, dial 625. Big wheelie for Fetch. Both of them go 001 red. Ouch. That one's going to hurt right there. 001 red for Reese. 4 above. 001 red for Fetch. 3 above. Computer figures it out on the backside. And Reese gets the win light and advances to round number 4. Wes Weaver in the left lane, 535 is the dial. Brian Nolf in the right, dial 557. Three thou separate them. Advantage Nolf, win light Nolf. 25. Take 5 to be 12 thou above. As I don't have any idea what Jay Hodge is doing right there. 28 and 14 thou above for Wes Weaver. If there's a better working car on the property, I don't know which one it is. Jay Hodge just decided he needed to do a 200-foot burnout in the biggest wheelie machine I've ever seen. John Hodson Going to dial 538 in the left lane. Jake Hodge, 557 in the right. Maybe Jake was sleepy and he's just trying to wake himself up with a 200-footer. Separating. Jake Hodge, 40 takes 6 to be 2 above the dial. 60 pack. Hodson, 51 and 15 thou over. 66 pack, excuse me. 6 thou ahead was Jake Hodge at the stripe. Mike Barber in the left lane. 605 is the dial. Tommy Shackelford in the right. Dial 539. Eight thou separate them. Advantage goes to Barber. Win light to Mike Barber. 24, dead 4, 28 total. 3 thousandths ahead at the stripe for Barber. Tommy Shackelford's 32 on the tree. No good. No chance. 28 total for Barber. 32 tree for Shackelford. Shackelford goes a thou under. Rob Lepsiker. 531 down on the left. Michelle Pilo in the right, dial 661. $33 thou separate them. Michelle out in front. Michelle gets the win. 005, dead on with a 2-7 thou package for Pilo. Leipziger is 38 and 27 thou over, no good. Larry Zeber checking in with us from the nation's heartland. Wants to give a shout out to all the Pintos at Galot Motorsports Park. I don't know how many's here, Larry, but we got you a shout out to every single one of them. Appreciate the crew chief of the year tuning in. Pete Diagnolo left lane, 598. Harold Bale in the right, dial 547. $12 thou separate them. PDD out in front. Diagnolo moves on. 005 takes 16 to be 10 thou above. That's a 15 thou package. Bale is 17 on the tree and no chance. Locked out of that one. Goes 14 thou over to be 16 thou behind. Dragster, blue run sticker, round 3, we need you, please. Dragster, blue run sticker, round number 3, we need you, please. Staging lanes 3 and 4. Dragster, blue run sticker, round 3, we need you, please. Here's Steve Foley and Robert Hyman. 200 separate them on the tree. Hyman with the advantage and a win light. 001 take 20 for Hyman. He's 29 thou above for a 30 pack. Foley, 21 and 29 thou above. 50 total, comes up 20 short of Robert Hyman. Hyman with that nice 001 reaction. Brendan George, the Florida Duck, in the left lane, running Big Juicy over there. Dial 621. Ronald Dial in the right, dial 625. 22 thou separate them, looking good in the Florida Ducks lane. And he takes the win, 19 and 29 thou above. Interesting strategy there to get behind. Ronald Dials 41, 2 thou under. Got there 9. George turned him loose. Broke it out by 2, had to take 7 or less. Man, they staging in a hurry. Mark Pittman and Michael Morton. Michael Morton in control here. Getting it done, 20 and 6 above. Pittman 52 and 8 over. Here's Eric Thomas in the left lane, 563 is the dial. Jeff Serra in the right, dial 528. Eric Thomas got on me 4th round yesterday, one of the many single-digit packages I've seen in the other lane in my last 3 weeks of racing. So good luck to who races me tomorrow. Should make a great run. 7 thou separated. Right lane, Jeff Serra, 10, dead 5, 15 thou package, taking a thou at the stripe. Thomas is 17 and a thou under, no chance. I hear you, loose change. Nick Womack in the left, Mark Cathell in the right. 553 for Womack, 638 for Cathell. $19 thou separate them. Advantage goes to Womack. And Nick takes the win. 24, take 25 to be 19 thou above. That is a 43 pack. Cathel's 43 on the tree, goes 25 thou over to be 25 thou behind. Here's Jesse Betterton in the left lane. 537 dial for Betterton. Clayton Roberts in the right, dial 560. 40 thou separate them. One of them's 40 on the tree. And that was Clayton Roberts. He goes 56 thou above Betterton. Man, the burnouts are just absolutely nuts right now for the door cars. Perfect reaction for Betterton and 57 thou above to be 39 thou in front. Got them loose change burnouts going on right now. Jamie Caldwell, left lane, 684 is the on the Chevy Twice wagon. Russell Penny in the right, dial 569. Two thou separate them. Right lane, Russell Penny, 009, 4 above the dial, taking 16 at the stripe. Caudle, 11 and 5 over, 56 thou to be exact. Too much room for Penny, and Penny gets in, goes to round 4. Chris Cadle in the left lane, 599 is the dial. Harry Bartman in the right, dial 613. 15 thou separate them. Left lane, Cadle 15, take 2 to be 16 thou above. Bartman is 30, dead 3, but he's 2 thou behind as Cadle gets by and gets into round 4. Bill Groten in the left lane got a $10,000 shootout win here last year, shifting that bad boy on the column with a whole bunch of doors on it. He's dialed 740. Aaron Vale in the right lane dialed 660. $18,000 separate them. Groten out in front, and Bill Groten getting it done once again. 004. 23 thou above, 27 total. Vale is 22 and goes 19 thou above. Gets behind by 14 thou at the strike. Jose Diaz in the left lane. 577 is the dial. Danny Waters in the right, dial 651. $15,000 separate them. Dr. Diaz in control. Jose gets it done, 004, 31 thou above to be 28 thou over, 32 total. Danny Waters 19 and 44 thou over. Jeff Parrish in the left lane. 517 is the dial. Mike Daymute in the right, dial 518. Couple of hard charging little door cars right here. Only 100th head start going to Daymute in the right. $7,000 separated. Daymute had the advantage, but gets there too much. Breaks it out. 15, take 25 for Daymute to break it out 7,000. Had to take 18 or less, as Parrish is 22 and 11 thou over. 33 pack sends him to round number 4. They both ran each other's dial in. Jimmy Saber in the left, 686 is the dial. Ricky Adkins in the right, dial 492. White, run sticker dragster, we need you for round 3. White, run sticker dragster, we need you for round 3, please. 13,000 separate them. Advantage going to Saber. Win life to Jimmy Saber. 007, take 50 to be 24 thou above. Adkins is 20 and 6 over. Scott Richardson and Michael Illig out in front with a reaction time advantage, and he moves on 20 and 4th thou under for Illig. Richardson 54 and 11th thou under. Chris Webb in the left lane. Cameron Manuel in the right. Win light to Cameron Manuel, 17 and 23 thou above, taking 7 at the stripe. Webb, 19 and 28 thou above. Big Cram, 7 thou in front at the stripe. Bethany Crick, left lane, 504 is the dial. Richard Dukes in the right, dial 560. Okay. 7th thou separate them. Richard Dukes moves on. That's one of those where you know you missed it and you're like, ah, crap, I missed it. Wait a minute. They're not passing me. I might win. Oh, yes, I won. 61 and 3 above beats 64 and 4 above. Or 68 and 4 above. Donald Webb should have been in the left lane, couldn't make the call. Jimmy Malillo in the right. Going down 587, get a competition single. Malillo, 25 thou over off a 19 bulb. Jason Hoff next up in the left lane, 591 is the dial. Richard Alford Jr. in the right, dial 623. For you. 8 thou separate them. Jason Hoff gets a win like 008, 27 thou above. Richard Alford, 16 and 47 thou over. 28 thou in front is Jason Hoff. As I send JJ to the motorhome, get some rest. Night-night, bud. Dad loves you. Go get some rest. Tim Butler and Gary Williams. 6 thou separate them. Gary Williams had the advantage, but Butler gets the win. 13 take 3 to be 4 above. Williams 007 and 5 above. Trevor Denton in the left, Jake Hodge in the right. $16,000 separate them. Advantage going to Hodge. And Jake rolls him through for the win. 004 takes 17 to be 36,000 over. 20 and 37,000 above for Denton. Jake Hodge, 17 thousandths margin of victory. Kent Hanley in the left, 605 is the dial. Barry Teachy in the right, dialed 607. Teachy in that cool old Ford Falcon. $22,000 separate them. One of them's 22. Barry Teachy is perfect, take 22. To be 18,000 over, he's 18 total. Hanley, 22 on the tree, no chance. 18,000 above as well. 22 thousandths margin of victory going Barry Teachy's way. Brian Folk in the left, 609 is the dial. Nick Hastings in the right, dialed 616. Matchup of extremely tough competitors here. $15 in one lane, 20 in another. And that was Nick Hastings out in front. 15 take 14 to be 24,000 over on the brakes. Folk 20 and 23,000 over. 14 thousandths margin of victory for Nasty Nick. Joel Hubbard, left lane, 659 is the dial. Jeff Caudill in the right, dialed 608. All dragsters have been called for round number 3. All dragsters have been called for round number 3. Huge advantage for Joel Hubbard right here. He is going to have a win light in his lane. 28 and 4 above. Nowhere near 28 for Caudill. Just way late. Goes 16,000 over to be 800s behind at the stripe. We're in ATI Performance Products round number 3. Our door cars have just wrapped up. The best losing package of this round, no matter how long or how short the car is, will get a racing torque converter from the great folks at ATI. I want to thank them for their support of round number 3 each day. And what a great prize. You're talking $1,000 plus for these racing torque converters these days. And ATI stepping in round number 3, going to put one in a racer's hands for our best losing package. It is Strange Engineering 50K Friday here at the K&N Spring Fling presented by Optima Batteries. We had quite a bit of rain today. Delayed us quite a bit, but we are back moving forward, rocking right along. Going to get as close to that $50,000 winner as we can tonight. We don't know when the program will stop, but we know we're going hard at it as long as we can. So with that, Nate's going to step in and get some long cars. He's jacked up, well rested. He's going to get the dragsters for you in round 3.
Thank you very much, Jed. As Mark Horton and Bucky Albright going to be our next 2. Bucky dialed in at 513. Mark Horton dialed in at 501. Callahan, Florida. Home base with a ride over on the left side. Once again, dragsters. Round number 3, we are underway. If you got a dragster in round number 3 and haven't yet made your way this direction, well, going to be one of those times to start making your way this direction. So with 1,200s between them as far as the dial-ins are concerned, good to be back. RTC, I think we're looking, Bubba, at about 147 in this round. Bucky was 25 on the tree, get there, take 4th thou, and breaks out 6th thou. Mark Horton, 14 on the tree, and dead 9. Getting the wind light over on the left side, as that's going to bring up Tommy Cable and Todd Osting. Tommy, who was one of those few cars that had not yet completed round number 2. When we came back after the lengthy weather delay that we had. And with Todd dialed in at 527, he's going to be getting the head start. Tommy Cable, one of those guys that always seems to find his way into the discussion when it comes down to that Todd's MVP right now, of course, looking at the performance over the last couple of days. Gary Williams is one of the guys who's definitely in that conversation, making his way into the final and winning it on Wednesday night, making an appearance in the final again last night. But Todd Osting's going to foul an hour. He's going to get a breakout. He gets there first to 0.003 of a second, breaks out 7th thou. Tommy Cable, 23 on the tree, goes 462 on the 461, and Tommy going to be rolling into round number 4. Todd Osting was 41 at this end of the racetrack. Take 3 thou at the far end, break out 7 thou. So win light going to go to Cable as Jason Parker and David Bratton. Back from the burnout, David out of McAveetown, Pennsylvania. 462 dial in on the right side for Jason Parker. The Hughesville, Maryland-based car dialed in at 468, 600s between the two of them. And we're staged and set. These two separated by 36 now at this end of the racetrack. Jason Parker, 24 at this end, getting there second to be dead 9 on the win. David Bratton was 40 on the tree, take 2 10,000s, and breaks out 7 thou. Jason Parker had him covered end to end, picks up the win light, advances on to round number 4. Again, racers, you heard Jed talk about it just a moment ago that we are hard charging towards that $50,000 worth of strange engineering money on what essentially is our Strange Engineering Friday extended mix. Jason Enfinger, left side. Paul Skinger. Maybe it's Skinger. Flip of a coin will decide that. 466 the dial in for Paul. Here on the right is Jason's already back from the burnout. He's got the pre-stage bulbs lit up. And I think we're talking about a little over 40 or so pair here of dragsters in this ATI Performance Products round number 3. Oh. Paul was 34 on the tree, and that put him 34 thou behind at this end. Skinger got there first, takes 6 thou at the stripe, and wins it. Jason Enfinger was trip, zip, perfect, goes 5 above the dial, and gives it back 6 thou at the finish line. Paul, 34 and 1 above to get the win by 0.006 of a second. Enfinger's going to be a little bit hurt by that one. To be perfect at this end, giving up or grabbing yourself 34 thousandths, and then give it back 6 thou at the other end. Shane Thompson now and John Ringette. Ringette on the right side, dialed in at 490. Shane Thompson, that Silver State Refrigeration team, dialed in over on that left lane here at Galot Motorsports Park. Thompson's already back, got the pre-stage bulb lit. John Ringette. Ever so gently into the beams we go. 13 thou between them at this end of the racetrack. Wind light's going to come on for Shane Thompson. Thompson, 19 green. And 2 above the dial. Take 3 thou at the stripe on the winning run. 463 on the 461 for Shane. John Ringette, 006 and 4 above the dial. Goes 940 on a 90 dial. Shane Thompson on to round number 4. John Ringette going to call it an evening as Jordan White and Glenn Reese will be the pair up now. Glenn, right side, out of Delaware, dialed 487. Jordan, left side, coming out of Winston-Salem, dialed in at 480. 700 the difference at this side. 13 thou between them in reaction time. One more time. Winner's going to be Jordan White. 22 green at this end. Take a thou to break out 4 thou. Glenn Reese was under 16 thou. As Glenn's going to fall out of competition. Jordan White advances. Dan Fletcher now and John Brown. Brown dialed in at 445. Dan Fletcher dialed in at 486. 4100's the difference between the two. Fletcher going to watch his side of the tree drop first as the burnouts are now done. John out of Georgia, the American-built ride, with the quicker of the two on this end. Nine thou between them in reaction time. Getting down to the far end. Wind light's going to go to John Brown. Brown, 11 on the tree, dead 7, puts up 18 total. At this late hour of the night, Dan Fletcher was 20 on the tree and locked out by 0.02 of a second. So John, 18 total. Fletcher was 20 on the tree, and Dan will be done here in round number 3. John Brown advances to round number 4 as Bailey Ferraro and Vince Forcade. Forcade dialed 488 on the right side. Is that Mount Airy, Maryland? 468 cubic inch Chevrolet. Bailey Ferraro to Fort Lauderdale. And yes, for those of you that are hanging tough with us in the chat bleachers, so far it has been like an all-Florida sweep. Night 1 was all Florida. Night 2 was all Florida in the finals. We'll see how this one ends up. Bailey Ferraro looking to see if he can make it his turn. Bailey grabbed himself 0.06 of a second advantage at this end of the racetrack. He was 0.15 on the tree and 1 above to go 473 on the 472 for the win. Vince Forcade, 75 on the reaction time and goes 483 on a 488. He got there first 5-10 thou, but it wasn't going to matter. Bailey getting the job done. And moving on is Kerry Long and Matt Reclitus now. The Reclitus family making an appearance in that final round on our $15,000 warm-up Wednesday with the folks at FST. Kerry Long over to the other side. Hurdle Mills, North Carolina. Home for the dragster, dialed in at 478. So with 11 between them as far as the numbers on the scoreboards are concerned. We've got them staged. We're sending them. 4 thou between them at this end of the racetrack. Advantage on the tree went to Matt Reclitus. He's going to pick up the win light as well. 19. Take 31 thou at the stripe. And ends up 1 above the dial, 70 on a 469. Kerry Long was 23 on the tree. And then goes 481 on the 478 as Brandon Lane and Tommy Strickland make their way back this direction. Strickland dialed 465 of the North Carolina-based ride. Brandon Lane, another of the NC cars, lining up over the left side, dialed in at 477. red light start, Tommy Strickland. Let go 2,000 too quick. Brandon Lane was 22 on the tree. And then 478 on the 77 dial. Tommy ends up running down to be 464 on a 465. But at this end of the racetrack, as he passed the starting line, the 2,000 too quick, illuminated by way of the red light. Strickland fouls out. Lane advances as Dalton Rolls and Brian Lampton. Lampton out of Ohio dialed in 469. Dalton Rolls dialed in 450. And Sean has gone in, done all the figuring and the tabulating. As Dalton Rolls and Brian Lampton off and away. Lampton had the advantage. 22 on the tree, 471 on a 469. Brian Lampton picks up the win light. Dalton was 54 on the tree and goes 451 on a 450. So Lampton by 29 thousandths of a second gets there first. And when I do say that Sean has gone in and done all the tabulating and the calculating and the figuring that needed to be done, I mean that he was handed a sheet and he went, check, okay. Right? Yeah. Double checks everything. Anyway, winner of our Biondo round number 2, best losing package, John Siegel. John Siegel, you have got a brand new Sparco -5 fire suit that's going to be headed your way. If you are up for it and would like to roll up here tonight, Sean will take care of it. If not, we understand that. We can get you taken care of in the morning. Either way, whatever you would like to do, we are here for you, sir. So come on up here and see Sean when you get a chance. You'll get that brand new Sparco fire suit. Again, John Siegel, best losing package in round number 2. You've got yourself, courtesy of Biondo Racing Products, a brand new Sparco -5 fire suit. Curtis Allen and Jeff Duck both leave the line early, and this one's going to be one of those true start deals. Curtis Allen left first with a 524 dial-in, was 001 early. Jeff Duck leaving second with a 460 dial-in, was 10 thou too quick. The win light turns on for Curtis Allen. He finishes off his run with a 522 over that right side. Jeff Duck, 62 on a 60 after his 10 thou too quick at this end of the racetrack. Here now is Tim Thomas and Lane Dickin. Lane, 439. Tim on the left side, dialed in, 477. A little Lebanon, Tennessee representation on the right side. Lumberton, North Carolina representation on the left. As I believe, as I'm kind of looking at where we're at as far as the calls are concerned, we should have all of our dragsters back, please. Oh, quick little whomp, whomp, whomp at the finish line. Lane, 18 on the tree, and on a double breakout situation, Lane Dickin getting there second, breaking out 8th thou. Tim Thomas got there first, breaks it out 12th thou, so Dickin on to round number 4. As Tim Thomas ends his evening here in round number 3 with Kevin Pruitt and Shane Carr. Sugar Shane. He was your runner-up at the big one back in Vegas. What, about 12 days ago? Chris, the answer to your question is yes. We are utilizing True Start here. And basically the lesser offensive of the 2 red lights, if both drivers leave early, is going to be the one that is declared the winner. So if you red light by less. Shane Carr, 37 green, 449 on a 49. 37 at this end. Take it down to the far end and go dead zero. Shane Carr getting the win light. Kevin Pruitt was 10 on the tree. Took 43 thou at the stripe to break out 16 thousandths of a second. So Sugar Shane on to round 4. Claude DeBonis and Bruce Lieberman. Next 2. Claude on the left side, Bruce on the right. Claude dialed 475. Bruce dialed 441. Just a foul between them at this end of the racetrack. Winner is going to be Claude. 15 at this end. Get there second on a double breakout. Claude was 474 and a 475. He was under just 2 thousandths of a second. Bruce Lieberman, under 29 thousandths of a second, was 14 at this end. Took 28 thou at the stripe to break out 29 thou. Here's Mikey Bloomfield. His birthday was 30 minutes ago. All right, well, it ended 30 minutes ago. But happy birthday anyway, Mikey. Rick Harbaugh dialing in 460 over on the left side out of Gaithersburg, Maryland. Bloomfield dialed 456, so with 400 between them as far as the dials are concerned, pre-stage bulbs lit both sides of the racetrack. And again, we're going to go ahead and put out that final call. All dragsters. For round number 3, all dragsters. Round number 3. You should be in the staging lanes, please. All dragsters. Round number 3, you should be in the staging lanes. Win light goes to Mikey. 24 on the tree, 1 above, 457 on a 456. Rick Harbaugh was 38 on the bulb. Got there first, take 4 thou. And breaks out 7 thou. As now Corey Manuel and Cody McDaniel. C-Mac on the left side. Out of Thomasville, dialed 489. Cody McDaniel out of Corton, Tennessee. Dials it in 455. 3,400's the head start. As far as the way the tree's going to drop over on the left side. As Corey starts to bump it into the spot that he wants it to be on the starting line. Cody McDaniel lets him get it there, and then he joins him. 1 thou the difference in reaction time at this end of the racetrack. Corey was 23 on the tree and dead 4 for a 27 thou pack far end of the racetrack. Cody McDaniel was 24 on the tree. Take 9 thou at the stripe to break out 6 thou. Needed to take 3 thou or less. Cody had a slim window that he could have tried to sneak in and get the win light on his side. But it's going to be C-Mac moving on as Al Miller and Brooke Warren Foley. Foley 472. Al Miller dialed in 441. Head start to the 472 dial in on the right side for Brooke. Once again, racers, final call. Final call, dragsters. Last chance. Final call, dragsters. Looks like we got just about all of you back in the staging lanes. Oh. Brooke Warren was 20 on the tree. Al Miller was not. Al ends up running 470 on that 441. He gave up the chase long before he got to the finish line because he knew that Brooke was driving away with that one. Brooke gets the win light. Al Miller was just laid down at this end of the racetrack. And unfortunately, his trip towards $50,000 comes to a close. As now Adam Boschen and Brett Nesbitt. Nesbitt dialed 446 on the right. Adam Boschen dialed 478 over on the left. Win line on the double breakout. Going to go to Brett Nesbitt. 445 on a 446. He's under 5 thou. Adam Boshin, 476. On a 478, he's under 14 thou. Boshin was 29 green at this end. Nesbitt was 34 green at that end. Adam took 14 thou at the stripe to break out 14 thou. As Eric Amon and Wes Siegel. Next one's up on the line. Wes dialed 479. Eric dialed 478. Just one small hun between them, essentially. Going to be a heads-up matchup here. And Wes Siegel turns it loose. 8 thou too quick. 008 red for Wes. Eric, 25 on the tree and 479 on the 478. There's Brianna Luckard and Chris Stein. Maybe it's Luckard. Stein dialed 449. Brianna dialed 474. A little Richmond, Virginia versus Silver Lake, Indiana, going up side by side. At this end of the racetrack, winner's going to be Chris Stein. Stein, 007. Practicing his stripe, driving at the finish line. Tightening it up to 4 thousandths of a second. Brianna was 46 on the tree and 1 above. So Chris, 007. And even here now at what is 12:30 in the morning. Stein able to be 007, take 4 thou at the stripe, light up his scoreboard is now Eden, Luckard, and Jeg Coughlin Jr. Jeg is able to break away a little bit from the Pro Stock cars as they are not in competition this weekend on the NHRA trail. And going back to his roots in sportsman racing, which he absolutely 100% loves to do. 462 the dial in for Jeg. 5 flat, the dial in for Eden. Luckard win line's going to go to Eden. Eden. Dialed in 5 flat, goes 5000, and needing just about every bit of it. Eden was 32 on the tree. Jeg grabbed himself a slight advantage at this end by going 23 on the tree, but Jeg was 2 above the dial. 464 and a 462. Eden gets there first 13 thou, ends up dead 0. Jeg bowing out. Eden moving on is Jerry Brewer and Cameron Ferrickson. Cameron out of Palm Harbor has already picked up one of those Sparco Dash 5 fire suits this week during the event. Jerry Brewer dialed in left side at a 470, 2 hun between them. As far as the dials are concerned, here we go. Ooh, advantage on the tree goes to Jerry Brewer, and he's going to hold on for the win. 26 at this end. Take 4 thou down at the finish line to end up 2 above, 472 on the 470. Cameron ran right on the number, but was 045 on the tree. So Jerry gets the invitation to the next go-round. Cameron going to have to come back and try it again in tomorrow's race is Kyle Cotrea. As Timmy Markoglu dialed in 446, Kyle Cotrea. Dialed in at 460. Hey, door cars, round number 4. Door cars, round number 4. We're going to take you back to the staging lanes, please. Door cars, round number 4. Please come back. Door cars, round number 4. We'll take you all back to the staging lanes. Kyle Cotrea getting the win. 15 green, dead 7, take 7. He gets the win light. Timmy Markoglu was 30 on the tree. Breaks it out of thou. but it wasn't going to happen for Timmy. Kyle Cotrea will make an appearance in round number 4 as Shane Maddox and Brian Hicks. Speaking of round number 4, door cars, you have been called into the staging lanes, please. Door cars, you have been called into the staging lanes, please. Shane, 445. Brian dialed 445. Heads up on the tree here. Kind of watch and see if we can see which car moves first. Yeah. Let's see, how good are Peter Biondo's eyes? Can he tell who moved first? Left. Left moves first by 0.03 of a second. Right lane's going to get the win. Brian Hicks, 17 on the tree. Getting there second to break out 2 thou. Shane Maddox was 14 on the tree. Goes 443 on a 445. Took 12 thou at the stripe to be under 11 thou. Win light goes to Brian Hicks. That's now Kevin Heffington. And Donnie Algieri. Maybe it's Algery. Like algorithm? That's what I mean, saying it's Algeria. I don't know. He's out of West Caldwell, New Jersey. Josh probably knows. He probably shows up at his tracks every once in a while. 473 the dial in for Donnie. 469 the dial in for Kevin Heffington. Ready? Go. Advantage on the tree went to Donnie. Wind lights going that way as well. Algieri, 008. Take 13 thou at the stripe to be under 1 thou. Kevin Heffington was 21 at this end of the racetrack and under 1 thou as well, but wasn't going to catch him. Donnie for the win as Floyd Edict and Brian Peck next 2. Edict dialed in 480. Excuse me, Edict dialed in 464. Brian Peck dialed in at 480. Once again, we'll put out that last chance. Final call for the dragsters. If you haven't yet showed up, you need to do so now. Peck 38 on the tree, get there second and wins it. Dialed 480, ran 4805. Floyd Edict was 11 on the tree. Take 59 thou at the stripe to go 461 on a 464. Here we go. Severn Johnson right side and Chet Dragon over on the left. Chet, who was just like burning his way through everybody yesterday. Clawing and scratching and destroying the competition. 630 is the dial in for the Dragon. 462. The dial in for Severn Johnson. So it's Severn on the right side. That SPC Incorporated car. 5 thou between them at this end, and Chet Dragon continues to smoke the competition. 26 on the tree, 631 on a 630 for the Dragon. Severn was 31 on this end. Take 18 thou at the stripe to break out 4 thou. At that end, I think everybody's having a little tough time judging that big speed difference. Severn crossed the finish line at 149 miles an hour. Chet was doing a $1.06. So here's Howie Adams and Mike Larkin. Larkin, right side. Howie Adams, left side. So Howie dialed 525, Larkin at the 445. We've got one set of stage bulbs lit. We got the second one. And with 9 thou between them at this end of the racetrack, winner's going to be Howie Adams. The Fafton base car, 30 on the tree, take 4 thou at the stripe, and goes 526 on a 525. Mike Larkin was 45 on a 45. As we got Scotty Bodmer and John LaBouse. Starting to get down to the end of it in our dragsters. Once again, door cars round number 4. Door cars round number 4. You have been called, both yellow and blue run stickers. Door cars round number 4. Yellow and blue run stickers. You have been called, please. Need you into the staging lanes. 472 the dial-in for LaBouse. 463 the dial-in for Scotty. Two thou between them at this end of the racetrack. John LaBouse getting the win, light double 07 and dead 6 take a thou down at the finish line. Scotty Bodmer was 005 on the tree. He was dead 9. So Johnny's 13 pack to Scotty's 14,000s package. And John LaBouse going to get the win light. Scotty's got to be looking at it going, really? 14 total? To other folks that are out here 31 and 2 above. And I end up with LaBouse, who goes 13 total. Here's Anthony Fetch and Jeff Serra. Serra left side, dialed 474. Fetch dialed right side, 484. Pennsylvania versus New Jersey. A couple of the Northeasterners. And those Division I players. Tree drops and advantage goes to Jeff Serra. Serra 476. On the 474 with 16 on the tree to get the win. Anthony had the 047 light and then ends up 2 above to be 23 thou behind down at the far end of the racetrack. So that's going to bring up Joel Maddox and Dale Taylor. Taylor for T&T Tire. That's why he can handle doing those burnouts like that and wear the tires out because, well, he owns his own tire shop. Like, that's cool. We'll just take a couple out of the inventory and throw them right there on the back. Dale dialed in 492. Joel dialed in 482. Separate them. Winner's going to be Dale Taylor. Taylor was 20 on the tree. Joel was 29 thou on the tree. Joel actually 7 hunt off the dial. Dale Taylor goes 20 green and then 4 hunt off the dial to get their first 39 thou. Bob Danino and Jamie Tupper. Danino over on the left out of Waterbury, Connecticut. 467 dial in, and Jamie Tupper out of Tilsonburg. Tilsonburg. I will get that right before the night is over. Tilsonburg, Ontario. Up in Canada. 450 the dial for Jamie. Giving up 17/100ths of a second. As far as the dials are concerned. Set, go. Between them in reaction time at this end of the racetrack. Bob Danino take 5 thou at the stripe to pick up the win light. 468 on a 467 for Danino. Jamie Tupper was 23 on the tree and goes 453 on a 450. So Tupper had the better of the two bulbs, had 9 thou in his pocket, but ends up running 3 above his dial-in. Whereas Danino was just one above. That's going to bring up John Cooper and Chris Boschen. Boschen right side, Cooper left. .480 the number for John Cooper, .448 for Chris Boschen. Red light start for Chris. Misses the tree by 0.03 of a second. John Cooper was 22. On the reaction time. But Chris Boschen, 3 thou red to go down and be dead zero. That hurts. John Cooper moving on as Shannon Justice. And Darren Lotz. Lotz dialed 488. Shannon Justice dialed 487. So with a 487 and 488, just one hun between them. Shannon over on the left side. Out of North Carolina, Darren Lotz on the right. Thousands between them in reaction time. Winner's going to be Darren Lotz. Lotz 004 on the reaction clock. Take 18 thou at the stripe. To be 489 on the 488. Shannon Justice is 88 on an 87. Was 024 on the tree. So Tommy Plott over on the left side. 468. Dial in for Tommy. Josh Wilson dialed 475. $11th out between them at this end of the racetrack. Winner says Tommy Plott. 17 at this end. Take 11th out at the stripe to be dead on 8. Is Josh Wilson, 28 on the tree and dead 8. So the 11th out difference between them in reaction time ends up being the difference at the finish line. That's Bill Silver and Gary Williams. G-Dub, who took his dragster into the winner's circle on Wednesday, dialed in at 472. Silva out of Merrimack up in New Hampshire. New Hampshire was one of only about like 6 states that I think we missed as far as representation back in the million in Vegas. G-Dub fouls it out. Will not get a repeat win in the dragster. He was red by 13 thousandths of a second. Bill Silva, 35 on the tree, dead zero. To get the job done. Don Kasanka and Scott Richardson. Scotty out of Kentucky, dialed in at 493. Scotty, who's, I love it. I love it. Needed a second number, decided that SR1 was a good enough number. I think it works perfectly. SR1. Don Kasanka, 465. The number for the blue dragster over on the left side. Win light goes to Kasanka, 004, take a thou. And ends up 2 above his dial, 467 on a 465. Don, 004, take 1 thou. Scott Richardson was 22 on the tree and 93 on a 93. There's Bo Sutton and Megan Lotz. Sutton dialed 474. Megan Lotz dialed 495. Sutton coming out of Jackson, South Carolina. Going to watch along on the chat room. Of course, it's just barely pushing 10 o'clock back on the West Coast. So several of the West Coast folks still watching in. Oh, Bo missed it. Megan Lotz, 007, 496 on a 495. Bo Sutton had one of those reaction times that started with a 1, goes 474 on a 74. Dead 5. But that's going to bring up Richard Alford Jr. and Corey Gallitti. Gallitti with a 463. Alford with a 478. A little Spring, Texas for the Rad Torque Systems crew. Corey, second one to stage up still. Working on getting the dragster into the starting line. Yeah, Victo. Definitely still here watching along. 1 thou between them in reaction time. Finish line says Richard Alford. 478 on a 478. 11 on the tree, dead 0. Takes 17 thou at the stripe. Corey Gallitti was 10 on the tree and 1 over the dial. 464 on the 63. Alford on to round number 4. That's Brian Folk and Dennis Long. Going to be next. Dennis, 530. Brian Folk, dialed 455. I'm wondering, is it Durand? Would it be Durand? Is it like, no, I don't think it's like Duran. 12 thou between them at this end of the racetrack. Finish line going to be Dennis Long, 530 on a 530. He was 10 on the tree to get their first 20 thou. Brian Folk had a 22 bulb and goes 456 on the 455. So Long going to extend his evening at least one more round. As Mark Coffey and Will Holloman going to come up. Looks like we've got kind of the last of our dragsters rolling out of the staging lanes. Door cars for round number 4. You have been called. You should be in the staging lanes, please. Door cars, round number 4. You should be in the staging lanes. Come on in. Make sure you're there. 476 the dial in for Will. 505 the dial in for Mark. Coffey, the first one to find the starting line. Will Holloman's there as well. 7 thou. The split in reaction time. Mark, 20 on the tree, take 9 thou at the stripe and goes 505 on the 05 dial. He's dead on 8. Will Holloman was 13 on the tree, ends up 2 above. Holloman exits via round number 3. Mark Coffey moves on to round number 4 as Tommy Cable and Bobby Moat. I'm going to say it like every which way that I possibly can. Bobby out of Ty, Georgia. Tommy Cable in his additional entry here on the left side, dialed 454. $14,000 between them at this end of the racetrack. Bobby was 16 on the tree. Tommy was 002. Bobby's above 200. Tommy's above 300. Came down to 4th thou at the stripe, win line to Bobby. So 16, take 4th thou, getting the win line is Nick Folk and Ricky Harbaugh. Going to be up next. Looks like they're going to serve as our final pair of dragsters. Here in round number 3, the ATI Performance Products round. We got our provisional buy run rolling up next. Going to be a solo shot in the water box. And that'll get things done for the ATI Performance round. After that, we're going to get into round number 4, the Mickey Thompson round. But Harbaugh dialed in at 460. Nick Folk dialed in at 453. And Ricky Harbaugh drops it red 2/1000ths of a second. Nick Folk 13 green, 450 on a 453. Ricky missed it 2 thou at this end and goes 463 on the 460. Brent Alford going to get the solo. Alford 008 goes 549 on a 549, ends it on a 15 pack. That is going to wrap up round number 3. The ATI round comes to a close. Dragsters, we're going to take you back for lane number 4. We do understand that several of you have already, I guess so. Several of you had just finished your runs. Give you a couple of minutes to get those cooled off while the door cars are running. But dragsters will go ahead and take you back into the lanes 5 and 6. And at this point, I'm feeling slightly threatened. Jared has made his way back in here. He's brought back up. And so I'm going to turn the mic back over to Big Jet.
Dragsters round 4. Dragsters round 4. We need you, please. Matt Reese in the left. 631 is the dial. Nick Hastings in the right. Dialed 610. Dragsters round 4 to the lanes, please. $15 thou separate them. Nick is nasty. And Nick Hastings moves on. 002, 38 thou above. Taking 16 thou at the stripe. Reese 17, 39 thou over, no chance. Hastings moves on into round number 5. Dragsters round 4, we need you quickly, please. Mike Barber in the left lane. 605 is the dial. Jake Hodge in the right, dial 557. About a half a second head start going to Mike Barber in the left lane. $10 thou separate him on the tree. Advantage is in Barber's lane, and Mike Barber rolls him through. 16 thou at the stripe to be dead on with a 6. Mike Barber 19, dead 6, 25 pack. Hodge 29 on the tree. And goes 58-2 on that 57. Mike Barber to round number 5. Next up, Bill Groton, 740 dial. In the left lane, 67 Pontiac Tempest over there. 4-door car, really cool. Shifting on the column. Robert Toll in the right dial, 559. $21 thou separate them. Right lane Toll 23, take 30 to be 11 thou over. Groton 44 and 20 thou above. Comes up 30,000 short at the stripe as Toll moves into round 5. Jose Diaz next up in the left lane, 579 is the dial. Michelle Pilo in the right, dial 660. It's Mickey Thompson, round number 4. We're the great folks at Mickey Thompson. Going to put a pair of racing slicks on the best losing package. Thank you, Mickey Thompson Tires. Big advantage for Dr. Diaz. And Jose gets it done. 006, take 25 to be 24 thou over. 30 total, 47 tree for Pilo, no chance. Dead on with an 8. But was tardy at the starting line. Jimmy Saber next up in the left lane, dialed 688. Right side is Robert Hyman. Hyman dialed 569 in the Mustang. $3 thou separate them. Robert Hyman moving on, 19, dead on with a 4. 23 thou package. Saber is 16 up front, had a little advantage there. Gets there 20 and breaks it out 13. Had to take 7 or less. Hyman didn't leave him a whole lot of room. Joel Hubbard, 660 dial on the left lane. Michael Morton, 667 in the right. $5 thou separate them. Advantage Hubbard, win light Hubbard. 14 thou above for a 28 thou package for Joel Hubbard. He gets into round number 5. Michael Morton is 19, take 12 to be 3 thou under. Had to take 9 or less. Here's Nick Womack in the left lane. 553 dial. Right side is Russell Penny, dial 570. $11 thou separate them, advantage in Penny's lane. And Russell Penny moves on, 9, take 1. Really nice lap there for Russell Penny. 14 thou above. 23 pack. 20 on the tree for Womack. Goes dead on with a 4 for a 24 pack to be 1 thou behind. Here's Brendan George, the Florida Duck in the left lane, dialed 622. Brian Nolf in the right, dial 557. Final call, all cars round 4. Final call, all cars round 4. Door cars and dragsters have been called for round number 4. So racers, this is our final round for this evening. You've already won. You can go ahead and put it up. Oh, 8 thou separate them. One of them is 008. That makes Brian Nolf perfect, but oh, he gets there 12 thou. Had to take 10 or less as Brendan George laid down a 10 thou package. 008 dead on with a 2 for Brendan George. Nolf perfect on the tree, take 12. Had to take 10 or less. He breaks it out by 2 thou. So racers, this is our final round of the night. If you have already won round number 4, go ahead and put it away for the evening. We'll get started back in the morning. We'll give you the schedule as soon as we complete Mickey Thompson round number 4. Door cars and dragsters all have been called for round number 4. Pete Diagnolo in the left, Cameron Manuel in the right. $25 thou separate them. Advantage Pete Diagnolo, and Pete gets the win. 008, 18 thou above. 26 pack for Diagnolo. Big Cram 33 and 200 over the dial, no good. Chris Cadle in the left, 599 is the dial. Jimmy Malillo in the right, dial 590. $15 thou separate them. Cagle out in front. Chris Cagle gets the win. 20 dead 9, taking 2 thou at the stripe for Chris Cadle. 29 total. Malillo is 35 and 4 thou under. 29 total in the left, 35 tree in the right. Chris Cadle to round number 5. Jesse Betterton. Left lane 538 is the dial. This guy hits the top well, and he can swap feet with the best of them. Right lane is Michael Illig, dial 541. $9 thou separate him on the tree. Advantage goes to Illig, and Michael Illig takes the win. 13 take 4 to be 12 thou above. 25 package. Betterton 22. Dead 7, 29 total, comes up 4 thou short. Jason Hoff in the left lane. Good looking Vega over there, down 591. Here's Richard Dukes and Victor Chevelle, dial 561. 3/10 exactly head start going to the left lane in Hoff. Red for Hoff. Richard Dukes moving on. 11 on the tree. 6 thou under the dial for Dukes. He'll advance to round number 5. Jason Hoff is 3 thou red and 10 thou above. Jeff Parrish coming up in the left lane, 517 is the dial. Right side, Jeff Serra, dial 528. No time for a staging battle, boys. Just take it on in there. We got to go. $36 thou separate them. Sarah in control here, and Jeff Sarah gets the win. 006 take 007. Jeff Sarah to round number 5. Parrish 42 on the tree, goes dead 8, 50 total, comes up 7 thou short. as Sarah rolls him through nicely. 6 takes 7 for Jeff Sarah. Tim Butler, the legend, in the left lane. 618 is the dial. Right lane is Jake Hodge back around in his second entry. Dial 590 in the Vega. $14 thou separate them. Hodge with the advantage in a win light. 19 takes 16 to be dead on with a 6. 25 total for Hodge. 33 on the tree for Butler. Had him locked out. Goes dead 8, but had a starting line deficit that he couldn't make up. Yes, David Hearn, yes. Nick Hastings, Nasty Nick in the left lane. 615 is the dial. Brent Alford in the right, dial 549. $12 red for Hastings, 12 green for Alford. Brent Alford moving in around 5. 12 and 7 thou under as Hastings is 12 red and goes 31 thousandths under the dial. Get our dragsters coming around to wrap up tonight's program. We'll give you the schedule for tomorrow's finish just as soon as we're done with this round. It is Mickey Thompson, round number 4, where the great folks at Mickey Thompson going to put a pair of racing slicks on the best losing package. And this will be the last class of the night. Mark Horton, 5 flat in the left. Brian Peck, 480 in the right. $7 thou separate them. Horton with the advantage in a win light. 12 on the tree, 15 thou above, taking 4 thou at the stripe. Well done end to end for Mark Horton. 19 and 12 over for Peck. No good. 4 thou short at the stripe. Jason Parker next up in the left lane. 467 is his dial. John LaBoose Jr. in the right, dial 472. Separating. Caboose, 3 dead 4, 7 thou package. Parker 006 goes 15 thou over to be 14 thou behind as John LaBoose Jr. lays 7 total in the right lane. Here's Shane Thompson in the left lane. 459 is the dial. Donnie Algery in the right. Dial 472. Thompson, way red in the left lane. Algery moving on. 001 red for Algery, moving to round number 5, dead on with a 6. Left lane is Jordan Wyke. 479 is the dial for J-Dub. Right lane is Curtis Allen, dial 521. 10 thou separates him on the tree. Jordan White moving on. 18 take 10 to be 34 thou over. Allen is 28 and 34 thou over. The margin of victory was exactly what Jordan had at the starting line, 10 thou advantage. Eden Lukert in the left lane. 499 is the dial. Brian Lampton. Right side dial 469. Lamp on giving up 3/10 head start to Eden Lukert. Fourth thou separates him. Lampton had the advantage up front, but Lukert gets the win. Eden Lukert around number 5, 19, 14 thou over. She's 33 total. Lampton 15, 21 thou above to be 36 total. 3,000 at the stripe going Eden Lukert's way. Corey Manuel, Seaman in the left lane, 489 is the dial. Right side Sugar, Shane Carr, dial 447. Red for Seaman, Sugar, 21 on the tree. Goes dead on with a 9. 30 thou package for Sugar moving in around number 5. 5 thou red for Corey Manuel, and he just gives up and goes through 609 on the 489. Here's Tommy Plott in the left lane, 468 is the dial. Lane Dickin in the right, dial 438. Dickin had the advantage and gets the win, 20 and 18 thou above, 38 total. Plot is 29, take 11 to break it out 2 thou, had to take 9 or less. Next up, Don Kasanka in the left, 467 is the dial. Mikey Bloomfield Jr. in the right, dial 456. His birthday was officially yesterday now. Yes, I am chewing gum. Eight thou separating. Kasanka had the advantage, but Bloomfield gets the win. 18 and 12 thou above for a 30 thou package for Mikey Bloomfield. Kasanka leaves 10 on the tree, gets there 45 thou. Breaks out 25 thou. Had to take 20 or less. Claude DeBonis, 475 in the left lane. Eric Amon in the right, now 479. 7 thou separate them. Both of those nasty. Amon. How about 3 total for Amon? 001 dead on with a 2. Eric Aman moving on to round number 5. The bonus is 8, take 1. No good. No chance. Aman laid him down 3 total. The bonus was 8 on the tree. Brandon Lane, 478 down the left. John Brown, 445 in the right. His Strange Engineering Friday, $50,000 on the line. We will wrap up tonight's program at the end of this round and continue tomorrow. We'll give you that schedule shortly. And then we'll roll right into Wise Code Saturday's 20 grander. 6 thou separate them. Brandon Lane, 17 take 9 to be dead 9, 26 total. John Brown's 23 on the tree, goes 12 thou above to be 9 thou behind. Bill Silva coming up in the left lane, 452 is his dial. Paul Skinger in the right, dial 467. Got a racer in need. Corey Galetti needing some Willwood brake pads. Corey Galetti needs some Willwood brake pads. If you can help him out, please do so. Racer in need. Corey Galetti needs some Willwood brake pads. Please help him if you can. Silva out in front, Skinger with a win. Skinger 19, 12 thou under. Silva 13, 14 thou under. Silva had a 6 thou advantage at the starting line. It was a double breakout race, so he had to take 6 or less or get behind. Took 8, 2 thou too much. Got it, change. Thank you, bud. Howie Adams in the left, Matt Reclitus in the right. 21 thou separate them. Oh, wow, Matt Reclitus was 22 on the tree, goes dead 6 for the win light. Adams is 001, take 28 to be 1 thou under. Had to take 27 or less. Jerry Brewer coming up, Big Brew in the left, dial 472. Brian Hicks in the right, dial 445. Thou separating. Brian Hicks, 002, take 005 to be 3 above the dial for Hicks. Big Brew, 16 and 21 thou over. Richard Alford Jr. in the left, 477 is the dial. Chris Stein in the right, dial 449. For Richard Alford, he is not going to like the way that ticket looks. Stein, 58 on the tree and 3 above the dial. Alford leaves 3 thou red. Kyle Cotrera coming up in the left lane, 458 is the dial. Brett Nesbitt in the right, dial 446. $1,200's head start going to Cotrera in the left lane. $5,000 separate him at the hip. Nesbitt getting a win. 6 total. 5 takes 6 for Nesbitt to be dead on with a 1. 6 thou package. Cotrera is 10 dead 2. That's 12 total. He got cut in half and got 6 change from Nesbitt. Cotrera comes up 6 thou short at the strike. Bailey Ferraro in the left lane, 470 is the dial. Brooke Foley in the right, dial 473. Right lane, Brooke Foley gets it done. 51, take 1 to be dead on with a 4. 55 total for Foley. Ferraro is 17. 39 thou above for 56 total. 1,000 margin of victory to Brooke Foley. Chet Dragon in the left, 631 is the dial. Dale Taylor in the right, dial 492. $400's advantage for Chet Dragon, but he breaks it out. 23 takes 72 to be 6 thou under. Had to take 66 or less. Dale Taylor is 66 on the tree and 23 thou above. Dale Taylor into round number 5. All right, folks. Obviously, we had some tough challenges today, and we've got a 11 o'clock curfew here. Obviously, we have severely violated the curfew that's put in place for this facility. And the local law enforcement has honestly been working with us the best they can, but it's gotten to the point where it's gotten too late, and they will not let us continue any further. Again, don't be sour at them. They've worked with us very well, tried to help us all they can. Dana and the staff here has worked with us, but we got to a point where they said no more, so we've had to shut it down with 6 pair left in round number 4. We had 6 pair left in Mickey Thompson round number 4. We know who those 6 pair are. We know who you're paired with. We will have you up by 8:30 in the morning. As long as we have safe racing conditions, by 8:30 tomorrow morning, we will pick right up where we left off. Round 5 will have upper 30s in the car count, 37, 38. But we got 6 pair left in Mickey Thompson round number 4 before we can get to that point. Again, we violated the curfew severely tonight due to these challenges we've had, and we thank the local law enforcement for working with us. They've tried to help us everywhere they can, but it come a time where we had to shut down. That's what happened right there. We have 6 pair left, and we will continue with those 6 pair by 8:30 in the morning. Racers, can't stress enough, have them ready by 8 o'clock or so. We might get a 10, 15-minute jump on things. We might be 10 or 15 minutes behind, but be ready when you're called. We've got to get things going in the morning as quickly as possible. We've got to keep the program rolling towards a $50,000 winner on Strange Engineering Friday. Wise Coast Saturday Racers, 20K. We will give you the schedule as soon as we know it, but plan to be ready to race tomorrow when called upon. We'll go right into round 1. There might be a new entry time trial or 2, but it will not be many, if any. We'll go right into round 1 with door car tomorrow on Wise Coast Saturday just as quickly as we can. That does not mean Strange Engineering Friday has to finish, or it might. We'll let you know how that schedule is going to work out just as soon as we put the plan together. But right now, Friday's race, Strange Engineering Friday, we'll pick up right where it left off with those 6 pair in round number 4. And we will move forward by 8:30 tomorrow morning. Again, we thank the local law enforcement for working with us and giving us an opportunity to get as much racing as we did. We're going to shut everything down and be as quiet as we can. Be ready by 8 in the morning, racers. We will see you then to wrap up Strange Friday's 50K.
Well, there you have it. I guess we're done for the morning. Well, not for the morning. We get to sleep. We get a nap, and then we'll be back. I guess we'll be live somewhere between 8 and 8:30, as opposed to I think we were scheduled for 8:45. So look for us somewhere around 8 and 8:30, and because we haven't had a chance to formulate our plan, okay? But we'll definitely be live by or before 8:45, okay? I'm going to go through the videos, sponsored videos, etc., and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Love y'all. Bye.
Looking for high performance? Yes. Shop online now for name brand performance parts at the lowest prices. Huge in-stock selection. Your satisfaction is 100% guaranteed at the place for performance. Yes.com.